Coach. Thanks for making time for us. Good morning.
Morning, Coach.
Good morning, Bo. How you doing? Hey, Chuck.
Doing great. Okay, so do you like the weather right now? Like when you get in early in the morning and it's 30s, or is this something you enjoy? Does it feel more like football?
It feels like the last month of football, that's for sure. It's cooled down a lot, but no, it's kind of nice to go out there with the breeze and the cool in the air.
You know, I heard you talking at your news conference yesterday about the way these guys have responded. What would you say about this team and this group and this journey you guys are on together?
Well, we've been working hard together. We've stayed together. The guys are doing a good job of leading each other, trying to just maintain a great positive attitude, a good work ethic, and develop and get better each day as a football player.
How challenging is it, Coach, when you don't have that win that kind of gives everybody the shot in the arm? What's the message? What do you do to sort of just keep everybody focused on trying to win the next play or the next game?
Well, not winning games is always a big challenge. You know, it first challenges your attitude and your work ethic. So the main things that we're focusing on is making sure we enjoy what we're doing. You know, all these guys signed up to be college football players. All of them have aspirations above college. So there's a lot to work for and a lot to be dedicated to. They've been very dedicated athletes and made commitments to have football as their number one sport. So they're continuing to do that. And then we're just trying to have great work ethic when we go out to practice and put great effort into each period that we're out on practice.
I was going to ask you about that. Just the competition in practice among players. What's that been like lately?
It's been good. You know, we because of the way the scholarships are now and the limited amount of rosters, you practice a little bit different. Everything isn't just against the scout team. We do a lot of things that were the way we practiced when I was in the NFL, where, the ones go against the twos, but the twos are given LSU's defensive look. The twos are given LSU's offensive look. And I think it makes for a lot more physical practice, a lot of competition in it, and the guys enjoy it more because it's fast and physical.
Coach, how's Talon doing? You said he was healthy in your news conference. What's the offense? You've had some offensive line injuries to deal with and all that. Just where are you on offense, and how's Talon doing?
Yeah, I feel good about where we're at physically. Talon's doing really well. He came in and worked last week. Practiced Sunday night, was full speed, fast, looked really good. A couple offensive linemen back on last weekend, Sunday night, so that's good for us. Defensively, Charlie Collins, I guess, would be our biggest question right now. Charlie's working hard at getting ready to play on Saturday. We just got to see how he reacts to going out and physically practicing, and hopefully he doesn't have any setbacks.
When you talk about players who are working to get back, when the season's not gone well and you've not won as many as you want, just working to get back from an injury is not a given. It sounds like you've got 3 or 4 guys there that really have bought into the rehab and they want to play some more before the season's over.
Yeah, I think, they all understand how many games are left, and some of them, that's all they have in their career left. Some of them are competing to try to do a good job and get drafted and be in the NFL. So there's a lot of motivation there as individual athletes. We're just trying to really work hard on keeping it together as a team, supporting each other, competing hard, putting it all out on the field. And, the number one thing you want to do is win games, but the number 2 thing you need to be able to do is look in the mirror and say, I gave everything I had. I competed as hard as I possibly could. And then, we got to figure out ways to win.
Coach, LSU's in an interim situation too, and they fired their offensive coordinator. And how does that impact preparations, if at all, in terms of what you guys do to kind of figure out what this might look like?
Well, you obviously look at all the games and everything that they've done, and then focus in on Alabama and how they called the game on Alabama. They used two different quarterbacks, so that's always something that you have to really work at and prepare for and understand. What's the difference in the play calling when one quarterback's in and the other. We did play against both quarterbacks last year, so that gives us a little bit of understanding of who they are. But there's going to be things they do different that they haven't done. They're gonna change some things up, and we have to be sound in what we're doing, sound in our alignments, and then play fast and play physical. And they've been a team that wants to throw the ball a lot, but we're going to have to stop the run. We know they're going to come in and try to run the ball.
What's it like to go to Baton Rouge and play a game in that stadium? This will be at 11:45 in the morning, so it's not at night under the lights, and that can be different. But it's still going to be, an environment that the people are excited about a game. What's that like going into LSU from the many times you've done that?
It's always been a lot of fun. You look forward to it. You like the hostile environment. You like everybody's cheering against you. It's all we got is who we have on the sideline, and you go out there and enjoy the experience and enjoy the competition. And you're playing at one of the greatest stages in all of the United States of America. So you got to just really enjoy the experience and go do the best possible job you can.
Is your message any different at all after the bye week, after the last game, going into this game, or is it just the same as it's been from the moment that you were asked to take over this position as you go into, the final 3 games of the season here?
I think that's kind of like a two-part question. The number one thing is you got to continue to keep the same message as far as your competitive spirit and your effort and putting everything out on the field. But then we've got to continue to improve, and we have shown improvement on playing the game of football well, doing things right, doing my technique correctly, tackling correctly, blocking correctly. So we've still got a lot of work to do to improve individually and as a unit, offense, defense, and special teams.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you hopping on with us. Good luck this Saturday as you guys go to Baton Rouge. I hope you have a spot on the plane for the big trophy that you got to bring back if you win the game.
Yes, sir. We'll have a spot for it.
All right, Coach.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Coach.
Good luck to you. We'll talk soon.
Thanks. You guys have a good one.
You too.